Christ, our advocate. Now, what is an advocate? It's someone who takes on a legal representation and stands in the gap on behalf of others. Now, as a community built around prayer, we are called into this ministry of intercession, which is petitioning for people, and advocacy, making a case and bringing it before God. You see, Jesus gives us the perfect example because he was the only righteous one and the only faithful one whom God was well pleased. And he died on the cross for our sins, and he continually intercedes on our behalf. However, he draws us into the same ministry to not only partner with him, partner with others and pray for them. My favorite story comes from Genesis 18, where we see Abraham being invited into this council of God and his angels on their way to Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, the sins of Sodom were great. We all know how they interacted with strangers. They were met with hostility, aggression, and oppression, physical oppression. However, Ezekiel goes even further. The sins of Sodom are listed as being arrogant, having an overabundance of things, and not caring for those who are in need around them. And so as advocates in prayer, intercessors, our calling is to be like Abraham. So what does Abraham do? He prays. He asks God to consider mercy on behalf of those who he would deem righteous. And so Abraham goes through the list to spare this city. He starts with a high number, 50, and he works his way down to 10. And every request that Abraham makes on behalf of this city, God concedes to, because he welcomes and invites Abraham's input on what he's about to do because of the blessing that he has stored for Abraham and his family. You see, we're all called to the same ministry because of the blessing that we are called to steward. By God's forgiveness and grace, we have all been given a gift. Now, what we do with that gift is important, because prayer and advocacy isn't just for ourselves and our own needs, but it's continually bringing before the Lord the needs of those around us. And our hearts should be shaped by these prayers, not just by word, but to be molded through our actions. And so Christ is our advocate. However, he invites us to do the same and pray and advocate on behalf of those around us. And this should change us and shape us to be the community and people he has called us to be.